For McLaughlin tonight, he has 14.
Mason Williams has been pretty quiet, Tony, this last 10 minutes.
Thomas steps aside, goes to McClain. Eastern Washington just one of their last 7. Marquardt, he has the range and shows why. The CEO of this team starts it off with that layup.
Brandon Whitney has had an unbelievable career, over 1,500 points scored, and only needs 3 assists to become the all-time assist leader here.
Eastern Washington, you see their starting 5 right there. The Eagles, number 9 team in the conference in offensive efficiency. Marquardt
in field goal percentage.
So important for Eastern Washington to have a good start here tonight. Went down 9-0 in one of the recent losses, down 11-4 in the other. The baseline J softly put in by Marquardt.
10-4, and as we said, the Eagles have gotten off to horrible starts during this 4-game losing streak, and they've kind of flipped the script, so to speak.
Marquardt again.
Under control is Whitney. He went about 75 feet as hard as he could, took his foot off the gas, crossed over, and a great finish at the rim.
What a shot.
The 2-3 or 3-2 or a matchup. Again, his dad used to be the master of the matchup zone, but Montana's having a hard time attacking him.
Monty Williams has been great on offense. He's also had a great defensive game. Underneath Powell.
Neil Cook matchup. Very similar players.
Cook, the rare 3. Oh, he got it. Andrew Cook is back.
That was just a tough one right there. Another unforced turnover by Eastern Washington. And for McClain there, you got a screen coming to you. You just got to take it and try to go figure it out from there.
Zonke to Stockton. Sam with the whole Stockton clan in attendance today. 10 to shoot. McClain kicking. Zonke 3. You bet.
And that's a big shot right there.
Winners of 3 in a row. They've been red hot, looking like a buzzsaw. I think they could take on Northern Colorado and Montana right now.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they got the talent for it. And they play physical. They can shoot it. And also they can score inside.
I'll see him in Boise shortly. Nick McClain didn't want it. Around Darling. Going right at him. Thomas finally got his 3.
Just got downhill. Quick step back. Over the longer Thomas, who's defending him, able to knock it down.
A 15-point lead for third place Idaho State. Eastern looks tired. They look sluggish. And Idaho State looks like they want to make the NCAA tournament. Hartman, 5 to shoot. Got it on the move.
Good take.
Another takeaway. Cook totally forced that one into traffic. And Nick McClain there to recover. Leads the conference in steals. Andrew Cook finishes.
Yeah, Eastern Washington.
One wasn't taken away.
Yeah, fortunate again, not seeing the ball in transition.
Winkle on the lob from Nick. Can Eastern make this happen, or can they?
They got to get stops. That was the 14th offensive rebound right there. They just got to get stops and put the ball in the hoop.
They could have used more of Emmett Marcus and Green.
Yeah, a good find by Darling, able to hold on to it, but it doesn't seem like the bigs are the ones not boxing out.
Fair enough. What a dish. Thomas up and under, draws the foul. And the Eagles will reset here. McClain from the logo couldn't get it. And another good offensive rebound. That's the second big one already.
Yeah, big offensive rebound. If you're Eastern Washington, Weber State's playing so physical. You got to release that pressure with back cut or getting into them on the second push on a drive.
Great passing to Emmett Marquardt. What a dish.
That's a great.
Cats finds Burris, rejected by Mason Williams. His first good play of this night.
Yeah, a good straight-up defense. Marquardt kind of got that with 2, just playing straight up so Williams can come from behind and block it.
Weber State has missed 8 of their last 9 shots, and yet they're still in the lead as Sebastian Hartman gets it.
And that's what they have playing.
3 to Serenic. Tried it over Zonke, no, and Marquardt. The rebound, Eastern's leading rebounder who went for a double-double last time these two teams played. Mason Williams for Thomas. Finally, there's Eastern's first 3 after an these older guys know who the freshmen are, and they're going after him.
Yeah, I mean, every game you want to find that mismatch to see where you can go. And a huge shot by Zonky.
Beats Zonky finally. That agility.
Yeah, just a good move by the big fella.
McClain hesitated and finds Williams. McClain this time for Hartman. Big three. Finally got his third of the game.
And you can't leave him open, and good pick and roll by Weber State last possession.
Nick McClain has had a lot of responsibility tonight with Andrew Cook out injured. Marquardt on Chew. McClain trapped to Hartman. What a pass!
Yeah, Weber State just got lost on that help.
A 22-point lead here for Northern Colorado. Eastern Washington's offense has stalled. 7-0 run for the Bears. Eastern Washington scoreless for a minute and 43. There's a nice
kick by Colton Mitchell. Again, Eastern Washington just a step too slow. They're not ready for the drives, which is forcing the help to drop, giving easy shots up to Idaho.
Boy, did Eastern need that. The lead down from...
When you start seeing them go in, they get a little easier.
Already 8 points for Jack Payne. Marquardt. Onto McClain. Back to Marquardt. 3 on the way. That's good. Linhart out with 4. Mitchell with 3. And then JoJo Anderson, Tyler Morris, and Julius Mims all with 2. Powell, who's go. Brickner kicks it out. Morris for 3. Long, and McClain the rebound. They can tie or take the lead. Cook to tie with the slam.
Zonky for 3. No. Hartman got it and no foul. Good for him. Thomas, second chance at the 3. And he hits. Johnson through traffic, tipped away. And here comes Cook.
And if you're Eastern Washington, you can settle just for one shot now.
And they will. Williams hit a buzzer beater to end the game on Thursday. And now there's 10 and a half. McClain. Williams for 3. He did it again. Drills.
They want to continue to get better, move up in this Big Sky standings.
Eastern's done a decent job so far of holding on to the ball. That's one of their keys to the game tonight. Now Vitsa Zonky in off the bench with Nick McClain and Sebastian Hartman. These are all guys who were in the starting lineup at the beginning of the conference season about a month ago.
Yeah, I think Coach Munch is just looking for a spark off the bench.
Williams, nice floater. The Big Sky standings. Only a half game above the basement because they have blown games like this in the last 5 minutes. Can they close it out this time? Hartman for three.
And that's what the Bengal offense is pretty efficient.
Yeah, when you can get Connor involved, that's a good thing. As we said, he's shooting 48% from three-point range in Big Sky play.
That's his 8th point of the half and 11th of the night. As Idaho State on a 13-8 run, or 13-8 run to start this second half. Built the lead to 8. There is Hartman. Sebastian Hartman over to the left side, trying to get freed up. Finds Daberco. He'll trigger for a 3 ball, and that one's too hard off the glass, and the rebound to Sebastian Hartman. Up the floor they come. Nick McClain lobs it up, and a nice play by Pablo Zuba.
Yeah, and he scored the last couple possessions, so with him going out, we'll see what happens.
They left Dinker wide open, and they got lucky that didn't go down. Northern Colorado, 18% from the three-point line today. Great pass to Andrew Cook.
Point lead now for Northern Arizona. Eastern Washington, some scoreless possessions. Corner 3, and knocking it down.
Move that ball and get a good look.
It's back underway. Marquardt to McClain. Guarded by Campusano. Cross-court pass from a distance.
Campusano making him pay, moving without the ball, getting an easy layup. Defender just turn their head, and Campusano make him pay.
So Tao with a great find as Campusano now with 13 points. And we talked about it, that Campusano coming on here as Big Sky play started. And so Tao, 4 points in this one, averages 13.6 points per game. A feed down low to Hartman. So Jackson going 2 for 2, a player that averages 13.2 points per game. Has 4 in this one, but leads the team in assists. Williams, pump fake and drops in 3.
Strip. Ogbong Polo open 3, no good.
Gosh, and that's a good look for the Cats. The defense collapses inside. I think they're going to go to Walker down low and find an open Ogbong Polo.
Delighted to see that, as Lekalot's three-pointer from the corner is just short. Here come the Eagles trying to tie it back up.
You can hear Dan Munson screaming at his team, go, get it up the floor. Wants them to get in their offense early.
Walker almost with the steal, but everybody on the floor leaves McClain wide open, doesn't take it, and down low, flashing through the lane is Walker. Stuffs it home, and he better be careful. He might get a technical as he hangs on the rim.
Yeah, the shot clock's still shaking over there.
Hartman open 3, and that one goes. Snaps a almost.
Wins an offensive rebound. Mitchell. Long bounce, this time secure. Mason Williams, Stephen, outstanding scorer for Washington as well. You look at their starting 5, had almost 30 against Washington earlier this year.
Very talented players, Mason Williams. He can create for himself, but he also can create for his teammates.
Speaking of, here he is, left wing 3. And he's got it, opening the score. Falls through.
And I like the decisiveness from Mims. Sometimes he can catch the ball and take his time, but get that quick jump up, get above the defender and finish it.
And great bounce from Marquardt, 2 and 1.
Yeah, Marquardt are going to open up for the Vandals.
Mitchell, 3 right side. Now Hartman the board for Eastern Washington. The other way, Nick McClain with the ball. Hartman a 3.
Yeah, and a really good possession there from.
Putter, no trouble. 15 for Chris Gonzalez. He leads all scorers. Idaho's lead is 9. Laying down the baseline, a 3. Williams from the corner got it. Able to get away from it in time. Anderson lost it going up. And the Eagles come away with it. McClain looking up floor. Great pass to Cook. Nick McClain.
In his music. So in my broadcasting right there, with the score 43-16, I was letting it simmer. But now it's 43-18 as the Hornets get a basket. And 3-ball right away back the other back.
Under ball!
And a 3. Cook into McClain. Great pass. Just when the
coming off a 19-point performance in the loss to Montana. Gets it over to Mason Williams, who is the best he's ever been against.
There, Montana State did a good job.
Montana State has tied. They've never led. We're looking to tie it there, not able to connect.
Eastern Washington got to continue to move the ball and get good looks.
Eastern's largest lead is just 5 in the game. It has been tight the whole way. McClain, corner, open 3. Eads finally get one. Kick out to the arc. Patterson feeling it now. Mid-range jumper. That one's off the mark. Cook knows that he's not a three-point shooter. Just 17 attempted threes this season. And in fact, he's made 7 of them. A great percentage, but he doesn't force the issue. Angelo Cats with 5 on the shot clock. Great pass on the inside. Jed Miller not able to convert as another good defensive contest by Tyler Powell. And here's McClain, dumps it off in the inside, and a bucket by Mark.
Rolls it in for 2. Stockton does not shoot a lot, you'll see that, but the game just moves fluidly with him in there.
Yeah, he moves the ball. He's also, when he does attack, they're good shots, and he's looking to score a little bit more the last couple games.
McClain. Great move to Hartman.
Key, which is nice.
As Williams drains the 3.
Yeah, it's a big 3 for Montana. Good shot by Williams. Trying to break that zone.
Montana has catapulted themselves into the lead now on the last 2 possessions. They're on a 7-0 run. Eastern has not scored now in over 2 minutes. McClain.
Yeah, Eastern has to continue to be aggressive.
Williams, another deep 3. Back into the lead.
Yeah, great take by Williams. A good read off the ball screen. His man fell down on the screen. He was able to get all the way to the cup.
Already our 3rd lead change of tonight's game. Here's McClain. Still hasn't scored yet. He'll pass it off here. Hartman will get some points with a 3. Up on the floor, McClain, Powell, Williams, and Zonke. Zonke kind of a wing, but more of a shooter. Pretty shooter-heavy lineup. Nearly gave it away. McClain underneath for Williams. Somehow that turned into Williams. Brutal if you're Eastern. Great if you're for the Grizz. What a get back on that possession.
Yeah, if you're McClain, you got to find the shooter. Williams has been knocking down all day.
Back to a 5-point lead just like that. McClain. Zonke. Oh, what a catch and shoot.
Actually, you want to continue to get quick baskets. You can't run the clock down.
Here's McClain. You need 3s at this point, but they'll take the 2 from Thomas.
Finish higher with, a bye, but they don't do that, so which makes it, the top teams have to play teams that have nothing to lose.
In Northern Arizona, at least right now, sitting at the top of the Big Sky, they were picked to finish 5th in both the media and the coaches' preseason polls. As
Marquardt
Hartman, good ball movement, but he can't finish. Offensive rebound. Marquardt still chasing it, gets it again. So with the new shot clock, Hartman tees it up and knocks it in.
They couldn't make two. It just changes everything, especially when you have an exceptional player like Great Asabor on the interior. If Washington can continue to knock down threes in the second half and over these next 4 games, I think they give themselves a good chance at having a pretty decent Big Ten conference season. Yeah, McClain is trying to get the ball.
Over the front of Iheanacho, he's doubled. In the corner, Zonky.
Yeah, Zonky's defense, but Asabor just went right through him. But Eminent's not going to be intimidated. Garfield's one of the toughest high schools in the city of Seattle, where he played. So he's used to playing against some tough guys and some really athletic guys. I don't like this matchup right here for Washington.
Push shot, Marquardt with 2 early.
He's been struggling a little bit. He's a competitor, man. Big fella, throw it down.
So far, it's been a bounce-back type of day for Asabor, who's been extremely turnover-prone recently. Powell answers for 3. Tyler, like you have mentioned, it's to prove they can go in and keep the defense honest.
Well, if everybody steps up and play the way that they would play the way they're capable of playing, the way Danny Sprinkle thought they would play coming into the season, I think they're going to be okay. Kyle Mason, as I mentioned, came in.
Defense, and good job by North Dakota rotating.
Here's McClain working on Thomas. 5 to shoot. Got to put it up. Cook hits it. Eagles 3 for 3 from downtown.
And there's Eagle staff again. Their leading scorer. We talked about. Very important player for them.
McClain missed that one. Chased down by Thomas. Eagles working the perimeter here. An electric start to this game on offense. Hartman connects on a 3. Eastern 4 for.
A little bit quicker. Got caught with the travel. But again, he's being aggressive. That's what we want him to do if you're North Dakota. Eagle staff, be aggressive. Get downhill.
McClain. Hartman gets all the way to the rim. And that is our 10th.
At GU.
Nick McClain to inbound for Eastern, who has 3 fouls. So they're trying to cut into the lead. They'll try it with Cook. And he did it. Tie game again.
Just too easy for Kalubovic to get all the way down low. Marquardt's going to have to body him up earlier, not give him as much space.
What a pass to Hartman.
Yeah, great.
Belonged to the leading scorer for the running Utes, Gabe Matson, as you look at their starting 5. Miro Little's coming off a very fine all-court game. Little 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists in a blowout victory for Utah over Mississippi Valley State.
Miro Little kind of mirrors this whole team. He's gotten better from day one, Miro Little. I think I put the hex on Mason Matson because I made a point when he was at Wake Forest last year. He missed 1 free throw all year. He went 30 of 31. As soon as I got that out of my mouth, he missed a couple of games. He does that gets away with him.
Zach Keller will come on for Lovering.
Zach Keller and Levering both playing in their first game last week. Zach Keller, the coaching staff have told me he is the most physical of the post players they have. They have missed his presence in a big way here in the early part of the season.
Here's a 3-point push, and that one is knocked down.
He's had a pretty handy first half here, has his arm.
6-point lead for the running Utes. Final minute of the opening half. It's been entertaining. Nick McClain, one-on-one up top, 5 to shoot it, and now out of the corner, a triple knockdown from the stripe.
I'm shooting those free throws like I putt the ball mostly in my golf game. Kind of close, but they're not going in.
I can relate to that.
Any golfer can, I think.
I think you're right. Open 3 for Marquardt, nothing but the bottom.
Green on the ball at the top.
Left open in the corner, and a 3 that's short, but the long offensive rebound by Nick McClain for the Eagles. And then the reload and a 3 by 3 for 3 for the floor.
Yep, you'd like him. Good penetration to get the ball to the open man in the corner.
Here is Tyler Powell, a Nevada transfer for Eastern Washington. And the shot clock at 10. Nick McClain, the junior from Jennings, Florida, transfer from Daytona State College. Emmett Marquardt fires a 3, and he hits. The grad transfer, the senior from Spokane, from Lewis and Clark. He is the son of the Hall of Famer John Stockton, the all-time assist leader in NBA history. As Nick McClain lost the handle, got it back. Nice shovel underneath, and the drop in for Pablo.
Good pass by Ben Solsberg over the top. Good finish by KK.
15-2. The Gauchos have gone on this run and taking control of the game, approaching 3 minutes to go. Zonke, long 3.
Altura Credit Union as A.J. Braun gets the bucket for CBU. We're just about a minute into this one now. The Lancers have the early lead.
Great job pounding it inside right there to A.J.
Eastern Washington comes in at 1-4 on the season. 3 is on the way, and it's up and good for defended by Javonte Johnson, who's checked into the game. Hartman, a short turnaround, no good.
Another offensive rebound. CBU not squeezing the ball early on the defensive rebounds.
Drops it inside to Marquardt, and 2 more for the Williams on the other end. Oh, nice little move to his left, no good. 35-22. McClain with 11 points.
McClain's keeping them in this thing, Pep. Here he goes again.
The drive and the kick out to Hartman for 3, and that one is good.
Is that right hand?
37-25, 2 more for Dominique Daniels Jr.
Great job by Musa, Pep. You said it. It's going to be hard to take Musa off the floor. It really is.
Powell defended by Williams. Over to McClain.
See, Kendall's on him again. See if Eastern can take advantage.
Hartman hit a 3 moments ago, and
they really did.
3.
They really did. Really like from the 70s, Pep, before there was even a 3. Everybody played from about where the WAC logo is.
The closer you can get, the better, right?
He's old school, man. He really is. He's got a big-time mid-range game.
41-29, and maybe to point out, too, McClain was a little slow getting back down the other end of the floor as a Williams back out to Daniels for 3. That one is off the mark.
CBU's got to get back on D.
McClain passes out of it to Thomas. He's open for 3, and that one is good for Elijah Thomas.
Isaiah able to hit.
I mean, that's just textbook zone offense there. 2 passes hit the key.
Tyler Powell quickly to the other end. Got the Cougs lacking. Okafor. Now Cedric Coward. Triple. That one's no good. Feels like the first time in forever the Cougs have missed a 3. Powell trying to go the other way. Drops it off McClain. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And this Eastern Washington showdown between the Cougars and Eagles. Bounce pass. Hartman. 3. Needed that one. Back in Pullman on February 19th. Turnover here. Beats Zonke. Puts it up and scores like we mentioned.
It's been working for Eastern in the early going. Cook, mid-range, little short. Great rebound from Hartman and a second chance.
Yeah, great job by Hartman being aware of the rebound and getting his head around.
Corner, Hartman, ring it up.
That's a big shot, and that was a big shot for Cal Poly.
All of a sudden, it's back to a 3-point game. Eastern started this game on a 6-0 run as Mason Williams gets them right back. Poly is making what they hope is their final push.
Yeah, another easy basket, just getting downhill.
Zonke gets it back with 3.
Yeah, and it's tough, right? Because if you're Eastern Washington, you're playing when you can.
Jack that one up. Here comes McClain. He's been the engine in the second half as Hartman's got it for 2 in transition. And that off the bench, the Big Sky Conference Player of the Week, Williams.
Talk to coaches around the country, they'll say the same thing. I mean, you have time in the summer, you have time in the fall, but there's nothing like that game experience. We have totally different rosters. It takes time to build that chemistry and rapport.
especially teams that know they're in a one-bid lead. There's Powell with the bucket. Missouri goes down low to Mitchell. College in Montana, which is only 5 hours away, so it's not that big a change of scenery for him. Moncrief can't get it, and McClain comes down with the rebound.
There's going to be nothing easy inside tonight. They're going to make them fight for everything.
Eastern by 7. It's Williams. Bang. What a start to this home game. 15.
Yeah, he's an athletic big. I'll tell you what, he can handle the ball. He finishes around the rim. They got to come up with a scheme to guard him.
Hartman, the German for 3. I know he was gone for the last 20 years, you know, but truly to him and to everyone else around the Spokane basketball community, he's always been home here as Andrew Cook goes up for 2.
Greg.
He really made that look extraordinarily easy.
He sure did. If only we could move like that.
Yeah. Cook is looking like a veteran Eagle out there. Welcome to Division I, young man. Hartman, you see, but we are back here in
bigger. The one thing about the Buffaloes this season, Scott, and Tad Boyle will always hang his head on defensive rebounding. The length of the Buffaloes is something he has had a long time. Nice pass, backdoor cut. Eagle. It's 1 of 2.
And they didn't win the Big 8 that year, Mark. They came on late in the year. I think they were 3rd in the Big 8. Oklahoma was ahead of them, and I believe Kansas State.
Buffs trying to push the action as they do a full court press on. 27 to 15 Eagles. The team out of the Big Sky has played well. Backdoor cut pass inside. Left side the basket. Lob it inside Malone. He was bracketed and they knock it away and a steal and a turnover.
You got to see that weak side help there on the good defense by Eastern Washington.
Cook to McClain. Inside layup with the right. Maybe not the shot you wanted there.
Yeah, I think at this stage of Cassar's career, that's a bit early shot for him.
Williams for 3 from